In our Sunrise Smart Start, Greecetown Supervisor Bill Rylick will announce the town's new police chief coming up today. It comes after the former chief, Andrew Forsyth, was arrested and charged with DWI and leaving the scene of an accident after a crash in October. Forsyth resigned. He is awaiting arraignment after 3 Greece judges recused themselves from the case because of their personal relationships with the former chief. Also happening today, Rochester Mayor-elect Malik Evans is due to provide an update on the transfer of power and announce some of his senior staff appointments as well. That's coming up later this morning. Evans will begin his term on January 1st. To the latest on COVID-19, beginning today, the city of Rochester will extend efforts to distribute at-home rapid COVID testing kits. Hundreds of churches, barbershops, and salons will all take part. Erica Cost live in the city with more on the plan. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. 23,000 additional COVID testing kits will be going to these community organizations. And again, this is in addition to those distribution sites this weekend at our centers. All of this part of the county's recently purchased COVID rapid testing kits. The mayor announced the new effort yesterday, and today city neighborhood service staff will be distributing these tests to about 240 houses of worship and 250 barbershops and salons. Each house of worship will receive about 100 kits in the coming days, as well as each barbershop or salon to get about 25. These organizations will then hand the kits out to customers free of charge. County Executive Adam Bellows says every community is different and creative in their own way when it comes to reaching the public.
A one-size-fits-all approach isn't going to work for something like this. Every town, village, the city of Rochester, it's all different on how we reach people. So we've asked for help, and please, I want to express my thanks to these town supervisors, the mayor, and the school superintendents especially.
Those kits will be distributed throughout the next week, approaching the holidays. And the distribution sites set for this weekend are Saturday, 485 North Clinton Ave, and Sunday, 41 Bacchus Street. Both sites will run from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Mayor James Smith is encouraging all residents to take advantage of these opportunities before the holidays. In Rochester, Erica Cost, News 8.
Certainly plenty of availability now. Erica, thank you. In addition to those testing kits, the city offering vaccination and booster opportunities as well. Find more at monroecounty.gov. 495 new cases of COVID confirmed yesterday in Monroe County, 74 the result of at-home COVID testing. 516 are in the hospital, 135 in the ICU. With many businesses and venues now requiring proof of vaccination to comply with the governor's mask mandate, some are having issues showing they've actually received the COVID vaccine. The Excelsior Pass is free and provides secure digital proof of your COVID vaccination or a negative test, but it does expire. The governor's office telling News 8, if your Excelsior Pass has expired, you can fill out your information to get a new one, or you can download the Excelsior Pass Plus, which does not expire. In other news, 3 Rochester residents pleading guilty to kidnapping a U.S. Postal Service mail carrier in search of lost drugs. According to prosecutors, 38-year-old Mark Rogers, 36-year-old Joseph Way, and 37-year-old Tashara Levins kidnapped that mail carrier back in 2019. Investigators say they confronted the USPS employee, claiming a package she delivered was supposed to have cocaine in it, but didn't. Prosecutors say they then took that mail carrier into the car and drove around for 2 hours, threatening to kill her unless she gave them the drugs. The mail carrier was eventually released unharmed. The suspects face a possible life sentence in prison. They are due to be sentenced on April 11th. The man accused of shooting and killing 2 people inside a Rochester apartment building is pleading not guilty. Timothy Brown was arraigned yesterday. He is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. Prosecutors say he shot and killed 22-year-old Taiwan Harper and 19-year-old Malachi Smith. Their bodies discovered inside that apartment building on Chestnut Street last month. Police arrested Brown earlier this week. We're told another suspect, 33-year-old Carl Stein, is facing a weapons charge in this case. 3 people arrested after a bank robbery in Penfield yesterday. Monroe County Sheriff's deputies responded to the Key Bank on Penfield Road around 10:30. We're told witnesses provided a description of the suspect vehicle, and that car was later spotted in East Rochester. A suspect attempted to escape in the vehicle but crashed and then took off on foot. That person was eventually taken into custody. 2 other suspects were arrested at the crash site. James Gilbert, keeping a close eye on the temperatures. This could be a record breaker for a record high temperature today, right?
Yeah, not only am I watching the temperatures, but I might just have to go outside and, really make sure that they're in the 50s. And then maybe I'll stay outside.
Right, the term is verify.
Right.
You need to verify this.
I have no problem verifying these numbers here. We've got 53 Brockport, Henrietta 59, Greece 57. Yes, the 16th of December. We're halfway through the month, and temperatures should not be like this, but they are. And they will be this afternoon. We'll actually hold on to the warmth later through the evening. Sure, it will be windy, gusts maybe 20 to 30 plus miles per hour, and then we'll see a brief burst later this evening. But 64, that's our forecast high. We'll do a bus stop forecast at the end of the show. Mark?
All right, James, thank you. Time to check the roads now again with our sunrise traffic. And another good update here. The thruway on time, 390, 490, 590 around Rochester, up to speed as well. In Washington, President Biden making his way to Kentucky yesterday to survey that tornado damage that left 74 dead there and more than 100 others missing. Joined by Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson, live in D.C. this morning. Rashad, good morning. What is the Biden administration doing to help those who've been impacted by that twister?
Hey, good morning, Mark. While in Kentucky, the president announced that the federal government will pay for 100% of the disaster's cost up to the first 30 days. He also pledged to help beyond that. And that recovery is going to look like temporary housing for people that lost their homes, helping small businesses through loans, helping them get back on their feet, as well as getting power restored as quickly as possible. Because when you hear from people in Kentucky, that remains to be a major concern as it relates to getting that power back on. And there's still a lot of search and rescue efforts that the federal government is helping with as well.
Rashad, we are seeing the footage of these flattened homes and businesses there. What are other lawmakers saying about the federal government's response?
Well, the president himself is getting some high remarks from some of his toughest critics, and one of them being Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, who's also the senior senator from Kentucky. He was impressed with the federal government's response thus far in terms of getting that emergency declaration signed and approved to get some of that federal aid there to Kentucky as soon as possible. Other lawmakers were impressed as well with getting that federal response. A Republican congressman traveled with the president to Kentucky yesterday to see some of that damage firsthand. And the president, while in Kentucky, said that, these storms don't really know blue states versus red states, and that this stuff just happens, and it's the federal government's responsibility to step up and help when they can.
Yeah, help can't arrive soon enough for those people. Rashad, thank you. A train derailing after strong winds in Oklahoma, as well as severe weather continues through that part of the country. 19 cars knocked off the tracks. The good news, no injuries reported. Have a look at this. An Iowa grocery store destroyed after that same storm system moved through parts of the Midwest as well. It was empty at the time after a fire from over the weekend, so no injuries there. News from the NFL this morning. The Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer has been fired. In his first season, Meyer leading the Jags to a 2-11 record. In a statement, the team owner, Shad Khan, said he is disappointed that an immediate change at head coach was needed. Meyer has been accused of kicking former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo in the leg during warm-ups before a preseason practice in August. Assistant coach Darrell Bevel will take over for the rest of the season. Wednesday, the White House releasing nearly 1,500 documents related to the JFK assassination. Among the previously classified items, a September 1963 CIA cable that said Lee Harvey Oswald was in Mexico trying to get a visa to travel to Cuba and then the Soviet Union after the assassination. Interesting to pour through that and see what's there.
Yeah, right.
More to come, I'm sure, in the coming days. In the meantime, focused on an unusually warm December day around these parts.
Yeah, certainly. I think kiddos may want just a T-shirt and shorts on.
All right,
like
let's
today.
not go too far. Let's not go too far.
Yeah, right. It is so wild to see these temperatures in the mid-60s with a breeze, certainly. We've got wind advisories posted for this afternoon, Monroe County and points west. Today's it. There's just one day with warmth and we drop down, and tomorrow the focus will be snow on Saturday.
Wow, how quickly it changes. That's it for us for now. Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.